Oh, thank you so much for this time. And also thank you, Speak About It, for the incredible work that y'all do. I'm going to share two poems. The first poem is about my mom and how my romantic things have matched her romantic things, and I didn't recognize that until like recently. Um, so yeah, generational intimacy from my mother. One, when I was younger, my mother had her husband at the time rub her feet. I thought it was gross. Where have your feet been? How long have they been trapped in the caves of your shoes? I added, there's no way there's that much love. Two, I kept praying to the Lord above, when can this relationship be over? It got so bad, I wanted him to break up with me, him to choose to cut our 3.5 long string, name defeat so I didn't have to. I wasn't strong enough, and neither was mom. Her divorce finalized when my break was beyond repair. Three, my mother dated an old flame when I began to stare dating apps in their faces. Our hearts were stoves ready to burn for any ingredient or steaming song of intimacy we were promised. Was it sad for us to try to go out and meet folks to curb our loneliness? What could we possibly lose? Four, mom gained temporary security while I gained poems to peruse and write. We both gained playing games of truth or dare with dates that would not last, preferring their dares over our truths before we took seats at their tables that they reserved for us. When it's time to move on, it's time to wake up and do so. We got mad each time that alarm clock in our bodies went off towards someone who didn't belong with us. Five, finally, we each met someone who didn't feel wrong to be with. That siren of an alarm on a frozen snooze, stronger ties of mutual support that made us feel glad enough to feel safe and bare together. Absolutely nothing to prove to anyone but ourselves and our hearts now in comfortable heat. Six, my feet hurt from wearing heels, and my partner rubs my feet. My legs, sore tree limbs along the couch, and my ankles in his lap. While my mother waits for her love to come home, she smiles at us, quietly delighted that she has become the muse for my relational comfort. I try my best not to glare at her "I told you so" of a grin. Seven, had I admitted out loud that there is that much love, it would have been affirming how we care about people the same way, how I have journeyed through romance in her same shoes. Thank you. I want to take a look at the chat for a second. Oh my god. Aww. Thanks, y'all. This next poem, content warning for religion for this next poem. I identify as a Christian, and during my time with Speak About It, like I was even wearing a purity ring at the time, and I got excited to like meet other students who were like, oh, I'm not having sex yet, and I liked that there was a part of the script that was like, I'm waiting for marriage. And then like 6 months later, that shifted, and that poem is about that. I lost my virginity. Colleagues and friends don't agree because made sexual debut is a friendlier phrase. Binary gender roles don't agree because I'm too tight, their words. Religious ghosts of my past would fully agree. I don't know if religious or doubt are reclamations or shields anymore. Am I gaining guilt when losing repression? Am I losing dilemma in order to gain growth? Regardless, discovering sex earlier rather than later for me has been a holy reckoning, a burning bush each time my partner and I burn together. How can one say that flames are explicitly reserved behind hell's rest? How can one say that flames are explicitly reserved behind hell's rusty gates? How can one say a spiritual thirst can't be quenched by fire? I swear I'm not saying this to be blasphemous. I'm saying I have allowed myself shame long enough. My journey with pleasure has shifted sooner than expected, and that's okay. Sex is not a sin, it is a preference. I prefer to continue to learn the names of how to enjoy myself. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for the incredible work you do.
Oh my gosh, Maya, thank you so much. That was amazing. Snaps, snaps, snaps.